Hey there, Ben Mankiewicz with you. Thanks for joining us on TCM for the back half of tonight's Jeff Bridges double feature. Bridges has firmly established himself as one of the finest actors of his generation in a broad selection of movies that have wowed critics and audiences. Last Picture Show, Starman, Tron, The Big Lebowski, True Grit, Fisher King, Crazy Heart, which won him an Oscar, as well as the film we have up next. From 20th Century Fox in 1989, Bridges stars with his older brother, Beau Bridges, as well as Michelle Pfeiffer in The Fabulous Baker Boys. Jeff Bridges was born into a show business family in 1949. His dad, Lloyd Bridges, became well known for starring in the TV series Sea Hunt from 1958 to 1961. Both Jeff and Beau appeared on the show a few times. You might know Lloyd even better from two hit comedies in the 1980s and 90s, Airplane and Hot Shots, along with their sequels. Jeff made his movie debut as a baby in the 1951 drama The Company She Keeps, where he brilliantly played a baby, held first by his real-life mother, Dorothy Dean Bridges, who was an extra on the film, and then by the film's star, Jane Greer. He cried on cue when Greer pinched him at Dorothy's suggestion. It was a family occasion. Beau Bridges played Jeff Bridges' brother in The Company She Keeps. Beau broke out on the big screen in the 1970s in films like The Landlord and Norma Ray. He has spent much of his prolific career on television, winning 3 Emmys along the way. With all their years in the industry, you might expect Jeff and Beau Bridges would have worked together multiple times, but besides those early appearances with their parents on screen, they never did, until this film, Fabulous Baker Boys. Appropriately, they play brothers, musicians Jack and Frank Baker, who've spent years performing as a duo on the lounge circuit in Seattle. Their act, though, has hit a wall, so older brother Frank, that's Beau, decides they need to bring in a singer, which is how Michelle Pfeiffer enters the picture in an Oscar-nominated performance. She enters in memorable fashion and then dazzles the rest of the way, especially in what has to be the movie's most famous scene, delivering a show-stopping performance of Making Whoopee. Writer-director Steve Kloves knew he wanted Jeff Bridges to play Jack, and it was Jeff who recommended Beau to play opposite him in this story about the strain of family ties. Here's the film from 1989, The Fabulous Baker Boys. Several critics have observed that The Fabulous Baker Boys is more a love story between the two brothers than a love story between Jack Baker and Susie Diamond. Not sure I agree, and there's no reason it can't be both. Definitely, though, the relationship between the brothers is certainly made more compelling by the dynamic of the real-life brothers playing them, Jeff and Beau Bridges. As I mentioned before the movie, Jeff Bridges was the first to sign on to make the picture, and he pitched the idea of casting Beau as his co-star. Writer-director Steve Kloves was actually reluctant to hire Beau because of what Kloves called the gimmick factor of using real brothers to play brothers. That changed as soon as Kloves met Beau and realized he was perfect for the part, with one exception, Beau's full head of hair. The script called for Beau's character to have a bald spot, so Jeff volunteered to do the honors. We had a couple glasses of wine, Jeff said, and he allowed me to cut the bald patch on the back of his head. What are brothers for? Coming up, time for Silent Sunday Night with the Professor, Jacqueline Stewart. She's got a romantic drama directed by Cecil B. DeMille. The Cheat is next on Turner Classic Movies.
Next on TCM, The Cheat, then The Life of Oharu, and later, Lola. TCM speaks your language tonight.